My beautiful Aqua Soul family, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarian gang. My beautiful Aqua gang. What's up, y'all? Holy angels and spirit guides give us exactly what it is that we need to know in regards to the messages coming out for my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. The messages are, in fact, general, guys, okay? Don't force anything to fit. Cross watchers, if you happen to be dealing with an Aquarius, then place yourself where you belong in the storylines. Use your intuition to guide you towards the messages that are here for you and leave the rest. Okay, guys, that's how it works. Please take a moment and click that like button, you know, smash that thing, bop it, smash it, put it, seg it, you know, hit it. It helps with the algorithm, guys, okay, all jokes aside. It helps people find us on the platform. We are continually trying to grow. And I'm always so very humbled to see how many of us gather here and just, you know, how we congregate and this platform that we've built together, you guys, right? We've done this. You've done this together. Okay, so do that so that people can continue to find our soul family here. And if you so happen to feel moved and you want to commit, because I love commitments, honey. Okay, if I know you like that, and I feel like if you're an Aquarius, I know you like that because I am one too. Okay, click the subscribe button. We would love to have you become a part of the family. Also click the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload on the channel. So I always say this, but I really do feel like this about this message in particular, you guys. It feels kind of specific, but you know, I don't get to run this channel. You know, I'm interested to see how many of you are going to resonate with this energy that is showing up. They are very persistent. They have been very consistent all morning. In fact, I was not going to record. I wasn't planning on doing any readings today, but again, I don't get to decide, right? I don't even run this channel for real, y'all. Okay, I'm an intuitive. I have to move with my intuition. So this person wants to be heard. Okay, they definitely want to speak. I feel like they're in a battle of some sort, of some form. I don't get that this is somebody that you are currently engaging with, and if you are, it's very small. It feels like no contact for real, for a great majority of you. And I do feel like this is somebody who is battling with their heart as well as their ego, right? They're in a battle here, a push and pull, a tug of war, if you will. There are a lot of roller coaster of emotions that I've been experiencing as I've been cleansing and clearing the energy. Okay. On one hand, I feel like this person is definitely wanting to speak to you. They want to say something. Okay. They feel like they can salvage things if they were to just be reasonable with themselves, right? Put on their big girl drawers and they big boy panties. Oh, I said that wrong. Big girl panties and big boy drawers, whatever. Listen, it's their business what they want to wear under up underneath. Okay. No, seriously though. Okay. I feel like they definitely are trying to keep themselves busy. So they may be watching like a lot of comedy. They may be like around friends who, you know, make a lot of jokes, like, you know, trying to keep themselves preoccupied, trying to keep their mind preoccupied. When they're alone is when it becomes problematic and they feel really pulled to say something or make a move. This is somebody who feels like they are in control of where the things are going to go, or in control of where things could go between the two of you. Whether you deem that to be true or not, this is in their energy. I feel like that is just one side of the coin. As soon as this person is about to say something or text you, apologize. For some of you, you are due an apology. Accountability, at the very least, for what has gone awry. I feel like this person was definitely being unreasonable with you because you weren't asking for much. But there's something about them that feels, it's like, they feel like you are dressing them down when you ask them for your needs. It's weird, you guys. Okay, so I don't know what that's about. It's sort of like the energy of somebody who feels like, well, I would have did it if you didn't ask me to. You know what I mean? I would have said it if you didn't say something about me saying it. Very immature, I will say. But that's the energy that I get from this person. Is sort of like whatever you were asking them for, right? Whatever was missing, they had every tool in their box to do that for you. Okay, to show up that way for you, but they simply refuse to because you asked. I'm hearing closed mouths don't get fed. So I'm really not understanding how they expect you to function in this connection if you don't speak up about what it is that you need or about what it is that you're experiencing, right? The communication in this connection is shit. And it's not due to you. That's not me, you know, kissing your ass and nothing like that. Of course, like I said, cross watchers, you know, place yourself where you belong in the storyline. Somebody here has horrible communication skills. They have a horrible way of showing their emotions, okay, and regulating their emotions. So if this person gets mad, or if they feel like they're being pushed, if they feel as though, you know, you're not my mom or dad. That's what I just heard, right? Like, it's crazy when you're simply you're asking for very simple things. But it's the fact that you're asking for it that makes them feel like you're trying to boss them around. You're trying to tell them what to do. You're trying to, you know, place them in a lecturing positioning. You're trying to place them in a position beneath you. That's not your intentions. This is their own triggers showing up. And instead of this person saying something, they will either retreat, okay, go silent, go mute, or start a fight. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It could go either way, right? Like, they starting some shit. They want to be starting something. You might not even know where that would be coming from. Okay, for some of you, they really hurt your feelings when you triggered this wound within them. They say stuff, you know what I'm saying? They say stuff, they do stuff. And if you've cried in front of this person, you would have noticed a very cold and detached energy, like they don't even care. It's really wild. It's sort of like something in their brain goes off. It's like a switch that goes off in their brain. And when they feel like this, right, like you're trying to tell them what to do, right, like you are lecturing them, like you are, you know, trying to boss them around. It's like a switch goes off or something. And I almost feel like they aren't even there. It's like Jekyll and Hyde for sure when that switch goes off. So it's for sure giving very unsafe emotionally. You would have felt very unsafe with this person because it would be like walking over a mine. They're using those bombs, right? You don't know when it's going to go off. You don't know when you would tick them off. You don't know when you would hit certain nerves or trigger certain traumas, or you never knew when the change would be coming, and it wasn't changes in the right direction. These were unsuspected changes, and these were changes that definitely, I feel, created a lack of trust. Okay. Now, this is someone who is heavily feeling the absence of this connection just now. They're only just now feeling this. Or for some of you, it was there the whole time. But like I said, they were practicing some routes of escapism, right? So hanging out with friends, going out drinking. Maybe they smoke. Maybe they, you know, do a little bit of recreational drugs. Things that will get them out of their current body. They like doing things like that. For some of you, you don't even know that they like doing things like that. That's something that they possibly are ashamed of. They do it in private. So they've been able to escape this. They've only now allowed it to come to a head. And this is where they're posing this question. Have you healed, ma'am, sir, process? No, all seriousness. Have you healed? Like, have you gotten some form of help, some form of therapy? Have you addressed your shadows? Have you taken care of yourself? You have to give someone time to change. Damn. So I have been trying to keep the energy a little bit lighthearted, but it is slightly heavy, you guys. Okay. I feel like some of the demons that this person is struggling with, they still have not addressed it. That's me being honest. Okay. Now, of course, this could be just me picking up on their energy right now or from the past, right? Maybe they have made certain changes before they actually say something to you, but I still feel like there's a lot of inconsistency. Okay. It's sort of like they might say some of the right things. Is there still a chance? But it's like, have they really changed? Is it safe for you? They've definitely betrayed your trust. And, yeah, there's just something about you not feeling safe. So that could just be like emotionally. I don't get that this person is like physically abusive or anything like that, but they can most certainly be emotionally abusive. And that's even worse. Not even worse. That's just as worse. For some of you, it was verbal, right? And that is to be looked at as projection. Okay, them projecting how they feel internally or how you unintentionally made them feel. So we have invention. They're going to attempt to try and be creative, or they're at least trying to be creative with their healing process. And I feel like it's not as healthy as it looks, you know, on the outside. Like I said, the escapism, doing things to kind of bury it. It's not working. So it is really bothering them that they're not able to speak to you. It's even more so bothering them when they allow themselves to lean into certain thoughts about how you see them or how you spoke to them, how you might view them now moving forward. This could be a question that they're posing to themselves, right? I don't see them moving just yet. These are all just thoughts, but they are heavily in your energy. So even if, like I said, this does feel like no contact, but if you are slightly in contact with this person, it is weird, right? The energy is weird. It's kind of off. It's not a safe place to share. So it would be off. It would be weird. It's very minimal. So I feel like this person is good at reasoning, but you can't reason your emotions, right? You can't reason matters of the heart. I'm trying to get this card. Do they want me to get it or not? It fell. Okay, hold on. I think I got it. I'm interested to know what it is. Ah. You threw that shit on the floor, didn't you? Didn't you? You threw it? Did you throw that on the floor? Come on now. Everybody has the right to do what they want. And for some of you, this person has said some things that there is no coming back from. Okay, you may have actually gone cold on this. We have waiting until the smoke clears, right? So they really pissed you the fuck off. You're not crying anymore. You're not sad about this anymore. You're over the mind games. You're over this fuckery. Okay, you're over the foolery. Now, this one they are leaving in the reverse. I do know I broke this. That is still in the reverse is what they're saying. So I feel like they're toying with it, right? Going back and forth, taking accountability and then being like, damn, no, they're overreacting. You know, this is the way that I am. If you actually really loved me, then you would give me time to change. You wouldn't hold my feet to the fire for things that I told you that I've been doing for all the 50 fucking years of my life, depending on how old this person is, okay? For some of them, it's been many of lifetimes, right? That they have been struggling with said traumas. There's also a version of this person that is kind of wondering if the two of you are unequally yoked, even though it feels like a divine connection. It feels like true love. At times, they felt like they got glimpses of it. Okay? A soul connection. They definitely pissed you the fuck off. I'm hearing like fire hydrants. Okay. I'm hearing like fire truck sirens. Fire hydrants, fire extinguishers. They really did. They made you so mad. You're cold, even though it feels like fire. We have two things that suggest smoke, cooling down. Now, what might surprise them is the level to which you have cooled down. Okay. If you have struggled with this person for many of cycles, then this person has really hurt you, okay? Even if you're not known to be a crier, your insides, guys, your soul could just be so hurt, like, by how things have kind of transpired here. You were very strong. Don't look at crying as a weakness. Don't look at needing time away to yourself to think about things as a weakness. Don't even look at taking this person back or going back multiple times in the past or in the future as a weakness. This is all a very strengthening connection, all very divinely guided. So they are playing the weight game, or they at least feel like they have to. This is someone who feels like if they come back towards you, you will no doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, burn the shit out of them. They don't, so they are expressing that they don't feel themselves to be as strong as you emotionally. They are admitting that. They're admitting that some of the things that they put you through, they would never be able to withstand emotionally themselves. I get them beating themselves up, and then in order to make themselves feel better, telling themselves a different story from what actually happened. That is what's allowing them to sustain emotionally. Otherwise, they would have been broke. They would have broke. Oh boy. At least argue with me. So you're giving them radio silence. Okay. And you're also giving them nothing to go on, right? Like they have no idea about where things stand or where they may end up in the future, even though they're trying to you see how it went from like 3 question marks to just 1. I feel like they're telling themselves a story. Ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. Right. I normally go in on y'all's people, but I feel like some of the things that would have provoked this person to bring this shit to your table, bring this behavior to your life. Okay. For some of you, you may call it fucking up your energy, right? The mind games running amok, just this lack of self-awareness. It has a lot to do with wounds that they did not know were there. Okay. Does that make it okay? Fuck no. Of course not, guys. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't. And I do feel like they're being worked on in some kind of way, very much so spiritually. I do, right? Because they get glimpses of this, right? Accountability. But that is too painful for them to look at. I feel like this mind games card now, they're just telling me this. For some of you, you might actually feel like this person was mind fucking you, right? You may feel like this connection was one big mind fuck. But how I'm reading it now is this person is playing mind games on themselves, you see, telling themselves a different story. That's what I just heard. Yeah, you went all the way to the other end of the spectrum. So that's potentially where the radio silence has come in, the no contact. Just cutting ties cold turkey is not something that they were expecting. Right? They were expecting a big major blowout. Some semblance of your feelings still being in this, your care still being in this. Okay. At least a few tears, maybe a bit of anger, right? Some yelling, some screaming, a fire. They were expecting a fire. You went to the other side, all the way to the other motherfucking side. Continuing to lie to yourself. I'm talking to your person now. If you continue to lie to yourself about this, you're never going to see it clearly. You know, you'll never be able to read the room. You're not going to be able to read Aquarius. You're not going to be able to read yourself. You're going to definitely do more damage, more harm than good to your own emotional state. See, they've been able to get away unscathed. Okay. And I'm not saying that you're in shambles because I don't feel that. But for some of you, you may have been right at the start of this. It just depends on how long it's been since no contact began, since you started it or finished it. Okay. If this is somebody who initiated the no contact, right, by being passive aggressive, like not answering, going radio silent, ghosting, being cold, right? Not really saying much, giving off the energy that they didn't want you there, that they weren't excited to hear from you, that they didn't, it is what it is, whether I hear from you or not, right? You would have then finished that for them. No problem. Okay. No problem. If I'm a problem in your life, then no problem, right? Like we can make it not a problem. So that could go either way, right? Just take it how it resonates. I feel like this person, it's not that they were able to get by unscathed. It's that they've been lying to themselves, guys. Okay. So it will come to a juncture. It will come to an impasse, if you will, where they won't be able to run from this anymore. And they will break if they don't address this on their own. You see what I'm saying? I say it all the time. Spirit will give you the opportunity to make necessary changes, to do necessary things, to drop necessary habits or people or things in your life that don't align with your trajectory, with your path, with your purpose, you get the opportunity to do it yourself. You don't do it yourself, they'll do it for you, and that is a tower. That's the tower. Now, of course, the tower does have other meanings depending on the positioning of the rest of the cards around, but essentially that is a tower, okay? It's an upheaval. It is regeneration, being rerouted, okay? Being repotted. If you're a plant, right? You're meant to grow. Staying in a stagnant energy or staying the same or staying the way that has worked for you is not how you're going to get to your next destination. It's not how you're going to get what it is that you are here to receive. Now, was this person here and open to receiving you? Yes, but there were stipulations to that, right? Caveats, you know, they did not want you in a certain way. They didn't want you to behave in a certain way. They didn't want you to act in a certain way. They're putting a lot of emphasis on you expressing your needs. Problematic for this person. It's like, how do we be in a relationship if I can't even tell you what the fuck I need? If me expressing to you, communicating with you, what I need, what's not working for me, my desires, like how shit is not working out for me, or how shit could work out better, your missed opportunities, how you are affecting me, how I see you, how I'm experiencing you, my experience of you, bitch. If I can't do that, how does this work? You know what I'm saying? If I can't, let me rephrase. Motion to rephrase, Your Honor. If I cannot do that, okay, without leaving out the atomical bombs you might send my fucking way, okay, your tantrums, right, your unprovoked mind fucks, okay, and triggering energy, they're really giving me the imagery of a bomb. It's like a bomb going off, or a Tasmanian devil. It's like it's like a switch flips. If I don't know who the fuck you're gonna be, and I can't feel safe enough to express myself because I don't know who you're gonna turn into, then this is not gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Fuck no. So there could be something very deeply rooted, is what they're saying, about this person being able to accept criticism, even if it's constructive. Their mind is, right now, unhealed mind is not wired to view it as constructive. It's not viewed as something that is supposed to be helpful for both parties. It's viewed as an attack. It's not viewed as an offer of love because of the blocks that this person has been unwilling to clear. Now, if they don't want to clear it, it will get cleared the fuck out now. Whether they want to or not. Whether they want to or not. This could also stem from a relationship that they had when they were very young, that they never recovered from or never healed from. They were dealing with someone who was manipulative or a narcissist, right? This could be like narcissistic post-traumatic stress disorder or something like that. I don't get that this person is an empath. I get that they may have met someone that triggered them into turning into some semblance of that energy. I'm not calling them narcissistic now. I'm just saying they got some of the symptoms, you see. It was not recoverable. They weren't able to recover. They're not attaching any of this behavior to that though, right? Because they have to lie to themselves emotionally. That's how they protect themselves. I feel like it's not until right now, right, that the escapism is not working. Okay, lying to themselves is not working. You still keep showing up. What they said keeps showing up. What the two of you could have had keeps showing up. The times that you did share together keep showing up. They can't leave it out. They have to accept it. You see what I'm saying? And I do feel like you were extremely genuine with this person. I feel like you weren't a savage to them, right? I don't. I feel like you were being fair, even though they were deeming your communication style as unreasonable. Very triggering for this person. Both loving and triggering. And it could have been the amount of care that you gave to this person that felt like it was like skewed, the vision of it. So instead of them viewing it as love, you know, it gave them this idea by way of their blockages, right? That you were calling them out on some shit that they didn't have, right? Or you were calling them out for not being good enough. Or you were calling them out for some shit that they don't even know if they can do. Or you were calling them out on some shit that you don't think that they can do. It was an attack instead of a very loving conversation. One where two people can come together and it's a partnership, right? We should both be getting something out of this. It should not necessarily transactional, but it should definitely be equal. You know what I mean? It should feel balanced. I don't feel balanced in this. If you say something to that effect to this kind of person, boom, you sound off the alarm, bitch. That bomb is gonna go off at any turn. And the reason why you might feel like it's a mind fuck is because the bomb doesn't go off immediately. You see what I'm saying? So if I use that as an example, if you say, hey babe, I don't like when you do this, or I don't like when you say that, or can you not tell me that you're going to call and then don't, right? Like if you tell me you're going to do something, I need you to keep your word. Like that's how we build trust. That's how, you know, I get that you're saying it in a very nurturing way. You're saying it in a way that does appear to be somebody who is looking to bloom, you know, looking to grow with them, looking for growth. And instead of them looking at it like that, what they hear is, you ain't shit, bitch. You don't know how to do this relationship shit. You don't know how to do this right. You know, you're not it. Like, you're not hitting it. Okay. It's not enough for you to be doing da. I don't like when you do this. Okay. I have other dudes that will do it if you don't want to do it. Okay. I got a whole line, a whole gang of girls in my DM if you don't want to do it. That's what they hear, even though that's not what you said, y'all. So it's like a switch that goes off. And the mind games come in because they will just take it, right? The switch has gone off. They will just take it, all right? And they will try their very best to not let it affect them, right? Ice it out. Leave it out. But without a doubt, that switch is already flipped. And before you know it, you would have said that last week. And then this week, here they come with the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And you don't even know where it's coming from. You don't know why. You don't know what is going on. You have no, it's blindsiding. I'm not making excuses for them. I feel like they have noticed the pattern, right? Because you're not the first person that they've had this pattern with. And they would attempt to try their very best to not let it affect them. But the switch has already been flipped. So it's like they're sitting on it, right? And they're thinking about it. They may ask their friends, hey, this is what my girl said to me, or this is what my dude said to me. Like, am I wrong for thinking that? And they might not have the best group of friends around, y'all, because the friends are like, nah, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You need to say something. But because this person doesn't know how to regulate their emotions when they hear you need to say something, it's the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm not going to let her get away with that shit. I'm not going to let him get away with that shit. Fuck that. I'm going to say something. And then they just, boom, blindside you. You know what I'm saying? Mollywop you from behind. This shit is wild. This is wild work, y'all. And I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? I can only imagine how confusing it is on your end, because they don't recognize these blocks, or they have it. They can see the patterns, right? This is why they try very hard not to, they can kind of feel it bubbling up, you know, when something happens or if somebody says something. It's just they have the inability to see that these blocks are not allowing them to hear things clearly. And I would even stretch to say when they're okay, so here's what I will say. For some of them, they don't have the best group of friends. And for others of them, they're not telling the people that they're trying to get this advice from, that's telling them to say something. They're not telling them what you actually said. They're telling them what they heard. This is what he said to me. I ain't shit. He got other bitches that could do it better. That's what he said. And you like, the friends are like, what? Are you kidding me? Hurt their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Somebody don't just get to hurt your feelings. Don't let them have told their mama or their daddy. You know what I'm saying? They sister, they brother, some family members. Yeah, they all said get it. You know, light that fire. Light their ass on fire. and you're none the wiser. You don't even see it coming. They waiting for you to get home. They waiting for you to text them. They waiting. They're waiting. Or they might even just disappear. You like, babe, I ain't heard from you all day. And before you know it, their response is ripping your fucking head off. You like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from? It's really sad, y'all. You know what I mean? This is very sad. And it's an undetected characteristic on their end that's sabotaging everything, right? Things that they've tried to build, things that they are trying to build. Now, I don't get that they just leave relationships. I get that they just accept that the shit is over because of their behavior, right? It just comes to a head. But with you, it hasn't been as easy to just kind of accept that this is over, you know? They've just been trying to drown themselves out. Whether that is getting liquored up, you know, blazing, going out excessively, being out. I don't see that they're dibbling and dabbling in other people's energy. I don't see that they're fucking anybody else or dating anyone else. Not to that. I don't see that, but I'll look. You know, I will look. I just don't see that. I feel like this is somebody who really wants to know what's wrong with them, right? They might be at the point now where they're actually wanting to see what's actually wrong, right? Why does this keep happening? It is a pattern for them, you guys. And it's like they try to calm themselves down. I just see them like taking up a bunch of deep breaths. I see them trying to like meditate, you know, get into a meditative state, but it's just fucking with their mind. If something is said, if something happens, when that switch goes off, and those blocks don't allow them to hear shit clearly. So when they go and tell somebody what they heard, child. Okay. Let's hop over to the extended, guys, okay? Very specific message. Definitely sending you all love and light who are resonating with this message, okay? This is not easy. You may have even felt like you were forced to walk away from somebody that you actually were falling for, or you did fall for, because there were good times here, you guys, okay? Let's just be very honest about that. But nobody is going to sign up to not know for a ticking time bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you were well within your rights to remove yourself, protect yourself. Let's see where it's heading. Let's see what they're doing. I definitely want to see if they've gotten the help that they need. That's first and foremost, right? Like, have they gone to get any kind of support to help heal and remove said blocks, right? And if so, when? When did they do it? When will they do it? Have they accepted that this is their own undoing? You know, all of their relationships, in fact. It's a very sad case, guys. They can't hold on to even the good shit that happens for them. Relationship wise, every other area in their life might be fine. The relationship status is a mess. And it's like a rumor, I think. I'm seeing like a rumor mill around their family. Like, it's always some shit with you and your lovers. It's always some shit with you and a dude. It's always some shit with you and a girl. Like, it's always. And I do feel like they're coming to their wits' end. So hopefully they are going to seek out the correct answers, right? Not pointing the finger elsewhere. You got to look. All of your answers are inside, ma'am, sir, Empresses. Okay, I've gone easy on you. So don't come around here fucking around, or you will find out, okay? I love my Aquarian gang. I'm gonna need you to make sure you got that all together, okay? We need these gone. Gone. We need them gone. Before you show back up. So we're gonna look into that, right? Let's see if they've transformed. Let's see if they have conquered these blockages, right? Very, very sad case. I also want to see, you know, are they going to make any moves towards you anytime soon? Before and after they've healed, okay? After they've had this awakening. Now, the awakening is just the beginning, of course, right? It's steps to this, all right? It's levels to this. We need the blockages removed. That's the only way that it'll be safe for you here, you guys, okay? That's going to allot for them to be able to regulate their emotions properly, hear things properly, right? The switch will then be gone. They will be able to just be themselves and understand how relationships work, not take things so personally in the wrong way, right? be able to accept love, right? Love, kindness, and constructive, loving criticism about missed opportunities in ways that you can be better. You're not perfect. So all of that needs to happen, needs to be accepted. It needs to happen. It needs to level up for this to actually be able to work or go anywhere. Of course, you don't have to accept this, right? I just want you to be prepared for when this person may make this resurgence, when they will come back. They're teetering the fence right now, right? Not making any moves. It's just like in their head. So we want to know, have they transformed? If so, in what ways, right? Are they going to make any moves? If so, what? Okay. And when, right? That will allow us to also know if there's changed behavior by way of what transformations they've experienced. Okay. Will it be changed in the future if the two of you did try again, right? What would that look like? Exactly. Even if you don't decide, it's just information, right? So you can make the most informed decision for yourself. Let's also see what's the best possible outcome, right? If you try it again, that'll let you know what type of shit you're getting yourself into if you don't leave this alone. We will look. You know what I'm saying? We got to be realistic about the feelings that have developed and the potential that has already set in, the desires that you may have, right? I feel like you wanted the best for this person. You wanted the best for this relationship. So we will look, right? If you dig your ass into this, what kind of shit are you getting yourself into? Very important. Okay. That'll also let us know if it could ever work and what the best possible outcome is. Like I said, we'll also look at the opposite direction, right? This could just be for you to get the closure, for them to get the closure that they need to be able to elevate and move on. Even if it's to someone else, you get the apology that you need, the answers that you need, right? Not by way of me, but by way of their own fucking mouth. And you move in the opposite direction. What does that look like? Okay. What is your advice for healing, right? Getting on a path to healing your heart and being optimistic about love again. And when would your next relationship be? Okay. When would your next committed relationship be? When are you most likely going to meet your divine counterpart? What are they like? Who are they like? You know, what do they look like? How will you meet them? Right. I want to kind of spy a little bit on the divine counterpart energy, and then we'll get some advice from the divine. Okay. So without further ado, click that like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'm gonna put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box, and I'm gonna see y'all over there. Let's go.